There's kick. That's going to be a short one. And going to take a bounce and live ball. He's going to be down at the 22-yard line. I tell you, you're almost better off doing that because it creates so much confusion in the backfield.
It does. It does. And I really like those short kickoffs, especially if you can kick it high and short.
If you can't put it in the end zone, you're really better off doing something like that.
The player is better off. The player catching the ball is better off waiting for a fair catch in that situation.
Exactly. So this will be 1st and 10. They're going to call it the 22-yard line, looks like to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many passes that Northgate has attempted tonight, but seems as if they're going to have to try to air it out here.
And there you go immediately. That was swinging it out wide, almost broke the tackle, going to be dragged down just short of the first down. Yeah. That's what we saw them have some success with in the first half, kind of went away from it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. It looks like they were trying to keep the ball away from Douglas County, and they come out here on the second drive of the first half, although the first drive didn't last very long.
They'll bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Vikings as they look to keep Douglas County within striking distance.
Douglas County's crowding the line of scrimmage here.
Colbert going to hand it off, run it wide. He's going to get a couple yards, have enough for the first down. Hughes has had a pretty good night with not a lot of – he hadn't had big areas to run through. It's been traffic all night long.
Yeah, he's been snaking his way in there, and he's been very impressive.
So 1st and 10, Vikings at their own 34-yard line.
So we got 3 wideouts. Let's see how they crowd the line of scrimmage here. They're playing a little more zone.
And going to try and run it wide around the near side and got tripped up. And Turf Monster got the final tackle there.
He got around a big linebacker there and tripped himself up. It was unfortunate because like he had about 6 or 7 yards to gain there.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 12. See if the Vikings can overcome being behind the sticks. And looking to go long here, taking a shot, and got some bumping and grinding, but no flags.
Can't believe it, no flags there. There was a lot of hand motion there, but it was by both players. Looked like they were going to let him play it out. He just overshot his guy.
Yeah, and I think it was probably a little long to draw the flag, too. It wasn't like he was holding him up. So that's going to put you in a big hole now, 3rd and 13.
Yeah.
4:48 to go in the third quarter. What you don't want to do is give that ball right back to Douglas County here. And going to roll him out this time. Pressure coming. He steps away from it. And they're going to drag him down after might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little anxious, a little move in pocket, or he rolled out and couldn't see a receiver right away and tucked it and run.
And they'll have to kick it back to the Tigers here with 4:26 to go. Good news is you didn't take much time off the clock. The clock is not your friend at this point if you're Northgate down 2 scores. You really want to get this ball back before the third period expires. High snap. That one almost got blocked. He's going to pick it up on the bounce. Up to the 35. Big hit there. And dragged down. It looks like we got a flag back there, but I think that may be a roughing. I mean, maybe a running into, not a roughing. They're actually calling the personal foul.
He must have landed on the kicking leg.
And we'll see what the discussion here is, but that's the initial indication. And generally, you don't talk the white hat out of it.
Yeah, it was interesting for Douglas County to bring the pressure there, being up 10.
Really kind of going for that knockout punch there. So that'll put Douglas County's defense back out on the field. That could be a huge momentum shift here in the ball game.
Yes, it could. But it looked like to be that Douglas County was going to have fairly good field position and in a prime position to drive down the field and score and probably put the game away by the rate that Northgate's scoring.
And that'll give the Vikings a first down.
That's an automatic first down.
And Coach isn't very happy here as he comes out and has a discussion with one of his players. And that, it's really been mistakes by both teams. This has been, like I said, it's really resembled much more of a week 1 than a week 3 ball game. Is just a lot of those early season mistakes showing up. You expect a few of them, but not to this volume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been the story of the game.
And then a second penalty after that. It's going to move them all the way down deep inside Douglas County territory. They'll have 1st and 10 from a 36. A high pass, and was it intercepted? Incomplete. And that's a couple of them now where we've seen it go off a Northgate player's hands, and one of them intercepted, and that one almost intercepted.
Yeah, that one came in a little high, probably a little hot, but the receiver still should have made a play there, hit him in the hands. The defender should have made a play as well.
Yep, here's the replay. Yeah, you got to catch that one. And diving attempt there, just coming up a little bit short, was Harris. So 2nd and 10, they get a new life here.
Yeah, they caught a break there.
That's a couple of them in a row now for Northgate. They run that sweep play again. He showing good patience over there, but just nowhere to go. I think he got about 2 yards before they drove him out of bounds.
Too many white jerseys over there.
And that's Barbario on the carrying the ball this time. Been everything on defense. Why not put him on the offensive side?
Try to spark something up here.
There you go.
Northgate can get right back in this game.
They can. A touchdown. Touchdown would be huge.
Yeah, they need to convert here.
But even a field goal puts it back to a 1-score ball game. 3rd and 7. I figure they might try and take this in a pair of them. Fake the handoff up the middle. Trying to go down the sideline.
Oh.
It could not quite get the toe down and pull it down.
That would have been a spectacular catch.
It would have been. It would have been some Julio Jones stuff right there.
They're going to try a long field goal here.
Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like they may be getting ready to
punt
it away. Try and pin Douglas County deep. Defense for Northgate's played pretty well tonight, so this might not be a bad call by Coach McDonald. Going to fake it, and he's got the. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close.
He's about a yard too short.
See where the pile comes out. I don't mind the call, though. When you look at where you are on the field, that's one of those where I like to call. You look at it here, just snap it to the short back, and
yeah, James, that's exactly what I was thinking. I don't mind the call there. If you try to pin them deep, but you don't, and it goes in the end zone, then they get it at the 20 anyway. So here they are at the 27, 27 and a half, 28-yard line.
So
but Northgate's defense did get a little rest with that penalty.
Yeah, that's a good part of it. They didn't have to come right back on the field. You see Coach McDonald there. Take the snap, going to hand it to the tailback. Running through traffic, breaks out of there, into the pile and out the other side. What a nice run.
Yeah, nice misdirection right there.
And Oldfield, they've pretty well kept Oldfield in check tonight, but that's something you might see Douglas County go to a little bit more. He's a hard running back, and that's, if you can grind one out here.
Yeah, he came into the game as the team's second leading rusher. Looks like they brought Amar back in as quarterback. Yep.
And there goes Oldfield. right back up the middle, down to the 50-yard, about the 49-yard line. Looks like he's going to cross the line of scrimmage. Big number 6 rumbling.
Yeah, the offensive line seems to be imposing their will right now and opening up big holes for the running game.
And that young man runs hard.
Yeah, he does, and he was looked like he was one tackle away from breaking it.
Yep, and I'm not sure it wasn't a turf monster again. He's been active between the 45s. Going to hand it to him again. This time Northgate ready for it. Dropped him for about a 2-yard loss. Nice play right back up the middle by Big Robinson.
Yeah, he sniffed that one out. He was in the backfield right when he got the ball. Didn't have much of a chance there.
Yep. 2nd and 12 now from their own 49. Down to 1:35 here in the third quarter. As time ticking away. Armour, a little quick hitter to the near side. Dipping through traffic, way too many.
Yeah, he stutter stepped there and wasted a little bit of time, and they got to him. Lucky he didn't lose any yards there.
Yeah, had a little bit of a bobble, found the handle, which major kudos for that considering the way this game's gone.
Yeah.
But that'll bring up a 3rd and about 13. Loss of maybe a half yard on the play. Let's see what the Tigers do here. Going to check with the sideline. We'll take the snap, looking to try and go long over the middle, behind him, and almost intercepted again, then almost caught.
Yeah. Luke Fagati right there had it in his hands and
almost tipped it back to the Douglas County receiver.
Yeah, he did. It kind of surprised him there.
Yeah. Watch the replay here. Off his hands, and then that was a little pinball action there.
Going in for the hit and surprised with the football.
So Northgate's going to get it back with a little bit of time, not much here in the third quarter. Pressure coming, he gets it away. That's going to be short, bouncing around, and I tell you what, that was close as Northgate ends up.
Okay, Northgate has the ball. That was close.
It was. I don't think, Stepp ever saw the ball.
No, he didn't. And then Douglas County player hit it, and it rolled a little bit more. And yeah, that was dangerous territory for Northgate there. But they'll have to drive the length of the field here, right at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, just a little over 12 seconds to go. Got time for maybe one, maybe two plays, depending on what the play is.
That quarter went by pretty quick there.
It did. They chewed it up quick. That's great if you're Douglas County. Not as great if you're Northgate. You got to get some points out of this drive. They're going to run it wide and grabbed in the backfield, dragged down for a loss. And that'll end the third quarter. And after 3, your score is going to be 13-3 Douglas County over Northgate. We'll take a break here on Southland Sports Midwest Georgia Game of the Week. Back with more in a moment.
Magic Wand Deck Restoration Plus, serving Midwest Georgia, offers deck restoration services plus much more. A 5-star rated company, certified in wood restoration, can restore your deck to its original beauty. Save your wood and save your money. Free consultations and affordable maintenance plans available. Call Shane today at 770-616-1787 or visit them online at magicwanddeckrestoration.net.
And aloha, everybody. We're back at Valhalla. That's a strange combination, a Hawaii reference and the Vikings. So there you go. At any rate, it's a 13-3 ball game as we head to the fourth quarter here from Henry Selden Stadium. And Northgate has the ball. They've got some work to do down by 10, but it's manageable if they can take this thing down and get some points out of it.
Yeah, they're going to need to drive the field here. They're going to need to drive the field here and get some offensive production in this game. But yeah, this is a very important drive for Northgate.
A couple missed field goals tonight and a bunch of missed opportunities for the Vikings as they swing it out and get a couple yards out of it, not much.
That was a good open field tackle. And that's a big fella for Douglas County out there, number 3.
That it is, and you're willing to give that up all night long at this point if you're Douglas County. Big Arnold out there for Douglas County, making the open field tackle. So Corbett with running backs to each side. And we got whistles again.
False start, number 7. Wide receiver jumped a little early.
Hard to get away from it in the interior line. Impossible to get away with it when you're the wide receiver. That'll back him up.
Yeah, he just wanted to get a head start on his defender there.
So now you got 3rd and 15. Newnan winning 6-0 over Griffin. East Coweta hanging with the folks from Valdosta as Lowndes only up 13-0. 7-0 at halftime over there. Take the snap, looking to go downfield. He's got a completion down the 30-yard line. It's going to be just short of the
about
first
3
down.
or 4 yards short of the first down. That false start really killed him right there in that drive. It's not what you want if you're a Viking.
And they're going to have to punt it away a little bit early to go for it here this far down the field. I like the call by Coach McDonald. And that's a matter of the Douglas County defensive backs knowing exactly where the first down is, giving that cushion, keeping everything in front of them. High snap. Great job by the punter. Gets it away, and that's a pretty good one right there, driving him back to the 27-yard line.
That was a beautiful punt. Way to recover from the high snap and get it away with pressure in his face.
Yeah, that was a great job, and that'll kind of almost flip the field on Douglas County a little bit. You thought they'd have a little bit better field possession than that, and that's starting to become a big part of this game. If you're Northgate, you need to not only have a stop, you need to do it pretty quickly here.
Mm-hmm. You are, but you know Douglas County's going to want to eat this clock up.
Yeah, but you're probably going to get a steady diet of Oldham here. Of Oldfield, rather, not Oldham. And they were short a player, and they got another lineman coming onto the field. A little bit of confusion there as Cooper Smith runs on. Get it snapped. Armour hands it off. Nice hold down the side. Grab that jersey. And
that might have been a touchdown saving tackle right there by number 54. Way to hold on for the jersey. But yeah, Douglas County got some good push, opened up a good hole. Good start to their drive here.
And Marshall was one that had the big hit earlier. He has maybe a touchdown saving tackle there.
Looked like Oldfield was dragging him for a few yards.
He is a load. And they're going to hand it to the tailback. He's going to spin around, gets a couple yards. It looks like this time subbing out some offensive linemen here. Actually ran an extra one on the field, so guess we know what we got coming here. 2nd and 10, but they're sending more beef in.
Yep, bringing in some fresh legs for the offensive line. Yeah, they're pretty stout up there.
And confusion, and we got
a timeout.
We have a timeout. And we'll take it with them. We'll be back with more with 9:30 to go in the ball game in just a moment.
Since 1981, Southside Wrecker Service has provided Coweta County and the South Metro area with reliable towing, recovery, and roadside assistance services. Next time you need a tow, call their friendly and professional staff of well-trained operators featuring a fleet of modern equipment for light and heavy-duty towing and equipment transport. Georgia DOT certified, available 24/7. Call them at 770-964-8220 or visit them online at southsidewreckers.com. Southside Wrecker Service. We get you there.
And welcome back to Northgate High School. 13-3, Douglas County with 9:30 to go. They have the ball in a 2nd and 10 as they just keep loading up on that offensive line. Take the snap. Going to keep it himself and going to be dragged down in the backfield, pulled away from one, but just way too many reinforcements coming.
Yeah, if you're Douglas County's coach, you're just wanting the guy to get on the ground right there, trying to break tackles with 4 or 5 guys draped on him with as many turnovers as we've seen in this game.
Exactly, and nothing but green grass between that pile of people in the end zone.
So here we are, a 3rd and passing down, I would call it.
Yep, 3rd and 12 from our own 40-yard line.
Just under 9 minutes left. Yeah, I would be looking for a pass here.
For Northgate, you got to have this stop. Snap looking to dump it off to the running back, well defended. Pulled away from one, but just really good defense that time by Northgate.
Stopped him for no gain. That was actually a lateral.
And that'll be a 4th and 11, so Northgate did what they needed to do. They got it back quickly. 8:19 to go on the clock to get it back on the offensive side with a little less than 8 minutes to go.
They need a good return right here.
Good return, a big play. They need something to get some points on the board here. You see Douglas County watching that clock. That's a great job by the punter to snap it with 2 seconds on the clock.
The end over end.
And that's a beautiful punt. Takes a big Douglas County bounce.
Yep, when you have an end over end like that, it's 50-50.
Yep, and that one went Douglas County's way, and Northgate's got 90 yards to go to put 7 on the board with 7:45 to go on the clock. And this is not an offense that really looks to be geared for the big play. They need to have something happen here.
Haven't seen a big play all night. There's been potential for big play, some drop passes. Let's see if they can string it together here. Like you said, with 7:45 left in the game, down 2 scores. Be interesting to see what their play calling is here on 1st down.
And going in an empty backfield, got them spread out. We're going to put somebody in motion. And fake to the motion man, tried to keep it himself, lost a couple yards.
Yeah, wrong read there.
Tick-tock, the clock just melting away here. If you're Northgate, if you're Douglas County, it's probably not going quite as fast.
Yeah, if you're Northgate Vikings here, you want to play with a little sense of urgency, I believe, being down 2 scores, coming up on 7 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter.
And looking to go downfield with it here. Got it, off his fingertips. I'm not sure that might have been tipped by the safety coming over.
Well, they were this close from making a big play there, and it looked like the wide receiver had half a step on him. Let's see if the safety did indeed get a finger on it.
Dropping back. No, just
right off his fingertips.
Right
a
off
little
his
too far.
So
I think that's 3 or 4 passes off the fingertips of wide receivers tonight.
The only good thing is that does stop the clock. You almost can't afford to run the ball here if you're Northgate at this point. He needs some yardage, looking to go downfield, and looked like the wide receiver stopped on the route.
Yeah, he overthrew his wide receiver, so now punting from their own end zone.
And that's going to not only give them a ball back quickly, but give them good field position. We've settled into a bit of a punter's battle here in the fourth quarter, one that Northgate simply can't afford.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Douglas County here, you get the ball back, you get a couple of first downs and ice this game.
Standing in his own end zone, gets that one away.
Short.
A little bit shorter, but might have hit a Tiger there. Apparently not.
No, just had a little backspin. Took a DC bounce.
Real close on that. That's what makes those short punts so dangerous. The guys coming back to block they can't see them.
Where it is.
Yeah, they don't know where it's at. They don't know to avoid it. It's where that returner's got to be yelling Peter, 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 or whatever their call is to let them know that, hey, it's a short punt. But Douglas County fortunate that it did not hit anybody there.
Same thing with those rugby type punts that are real low.
Right.
They can be very effective, but at the same time they can be costly if they hit one of the players.
Officials time.
So we got an official timeout as they sort something out here, and looks like there's an equipment situation. So Douglas County with 6:53 to go. They got the ball on the Northgate 35-yard line, looking to run a little clock here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Had an Oldfield and big collision.
Gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
And probably not exactly what Coach will probably remind him. We don't want to do that, and that was not Oldfield. That was Campbell on the carry.
Campbell on the carry. Anybody get 6 yards there, 5 or 6 yards?
Looks like right at 5 yards. Looks like it's going to make it a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that punt by Northgate really set up Douglas County to put this game away here if they can punch it in the end zone.
Looks like they gave him 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. They'll take that if they can get 3-4 yards a time. They'll do that all night long. Bleeding that clock down, and I think they bled it a little too far that time.
Which Douglas County got a little lucky there because there was a mishandle on the snap. He bobbled the snap.
You know it's not going your way when the other team gets a penalty. It saves them a potential turnover. It is, however, we discussed this earlier, Friday the 13th, the full moon over our shoulder. Looks like one of those Halloween moons with the clouds hanging around it.
It does. It is a beautiful Friday 13th night here in Sharpsburg, Georgia.
And there's a snap. We're going to try and bust it outside. He gets a seam out there. Going to have the first down, and I think he went down inbounds. Which is exactly what you want to do in that situation.
We got a timeout by Northgate.
Osborne on the carry. Northgate getting the timeout there. And there's the replay. And I do want to thank some of our sponsors here as Southside Wrecker Towing, Recovery, and Roadside Assistance for your South Metro area. Southside Record, we get you there. Van Motla and Motla Hines Real Estate Team, proud supporters of high school football. Also, West Georgia Auto Transmission. And there's that beautiful moon behind us. The clouds, that looks like October, not September. But it is a beautiful sight out here.
Yes, it does. It's fitting for a Friday 13th
exactly
night here.
Couldn't ask for anything better. And it's probably feeling a little bit like Friday the 13th for Northgate with all the errors they've made tonight. You now have a 3rd and 2 at the 27-yard line. Northgate, you got to hold here, or else this game might be out of reach here momentarily. 6:20, clock's really ticking away on you.
Nice open field tackle by number 8 there.
But enough
to
for the
avoid
first
the stiff
down.
arm. You know, Douglas County hadn't played a perfect game tonight either.
No, they haven't. Both teams have played like it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, yes they have.
And that'll set up a first and 10 for the Tigers. Is nice open field tackle, but Oldfield got the first down. And they're just going to continue to pound them inside with all that beef. There's a snap. Looking to go downfield as soon as I said that. And that was a beautiful pass by Armour. And they're going to
He's down at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he wants a touchdown, but that's the right call. As Tatum, I'm sorry, wrong team. Walker dragged down on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Douglas County is going to get out of here and head back up 166 with the win tonight.
And we got another flag on the. This kind of smells like that may be holding right there. Yeah, looked like a touchdown or a first down, but not so fast, my friend. As Lee Corso would say.
Yeah, well, it's not surprising to see some more laundry out on the field tonight.
Nah, they're may have to send those yellow flags to dry cleaner. Personal foul on Douglas County. That'll back them way back.
That's
way
costly
up.
there.
That is costly. That'll be a first and long. But here's the part. If you're Douglas County, it's 5:48 to go.
Yeah.
You know, even if it was on 71, it appears. And you have to wonder if that might have been hands to the face. Sometimes you get a little high on that block and get into that helmet.
Yeah, without a personal foul there, and they're at the 1 yard line, they definitely would have iced the game here.
And we're hearing it might have been a little post-play jabber that got him.
Oh, unsportsmanlike conduct.
And that will get you in a bad place with the coach.
Yeah, you'll be in the doghouse for sure.
And they're going to hand it off. Tailback going to go right up the middle, jumps over one man, and he's going to get a couple yards. Although if it had been post play though, they wouldn't have brought the play back. So it had to have been something going on during the play.
During the play, yep. They would have had it at the 16.
Right, exactly. So 2nd and 23 on the Vikings 37 as we go under 5 minutes here. Douglas County taking their time as they run as much of that clock off as possible. Snap it with 5 seconds. Hand to the tailback. He's going to bounce around a few people like a pinball and going to be dragged down after about a 5 yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like a few guys on Northgate's defense is gassed. They got their hands on their hips out there.
Want to tell everybody why we're here at Northgate tonight. East Coweta, they had so many people coming up from Lowndes this evening. On the media side, they just simply didn't have room for us. So,
yeah, that's why we're here tonight. And we were expecting a blowout over there.
And they have played well. Yeah.
And from what I could tell, they played well to hold them. And
yep, I think most people did. Short gain, and Northgate's going to get the ball back. You got the number 3 team in the state coming in. You've had some struggles. You got to tip your hat to Coach Small and the adjustments they made in that off week, because that sounds like that's a much different team than what we saw a couple weeks ago against
Carroll. Looks like they had a good week of preparation, and maybe Lowndes County might have took them a little lightly tonight.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more here from Northgate with 4 minutes to go.
As a lifelong Newnan Cougar family, the Motlas are proud supporters of high school athletics. Thanks to the Motla family for helping make it possible to view tonight's action. Please don't hesitate to call Van, Jessica, and the Motla Hines team for all your real estate needs. Call them today at 770-376-7778. That's 770-376-7778. From the Motla family to yours, go Cougars.
And we're back at Northgate High School. 4 minutes on the clock And the Vikings gonna have an opportunity here. It looks like Douglas County's gonna go for it here on the 4th and 16. Run a little bit more clock off. And we'll find out what the penalty is here.
It's going to be a neutral zone infraction, it looks like to me.
I think so, but it's not going to. It'll bring it to 4th and 11, which makes it a little bit more. But I still don't think they're close enough. We're going to try a field goal. I think they're just going to want to run some clock here.
It's a false start.
False start, back him up.
Guess had a little flinch by the snapper.
As a lifelong Newnan Cougar family.
Yeah, sometimes you get the center playing with the ball in there, and if the officials catch it, a lot of times they don't.
Yeah, little head bob right there causes the nose tackle to jump across.
So 4th and 21, they're still going to go for it. And pressure coming, he's going to be sacked. What a big hit. Holy smokes. He came in there and just blew him up.
That's Emmanuel Nolan, the senior linebacker right there. Didn't waste any time getting in the backfield, putting that quarterback on his back right there.
Yeah, you could hear that one all the way up here. And the reality is that is such a big play now. Northgate with great field position with 3:51. We've been talking about a big play. It's a defense now that comes up with a big play.
Yeah,
setting up the
that
offense.
can change momentum right there, fire up the offense as they storm out on the field right here for what they hope to be the first of 2 scoring drives.
Yeah, 3:51. They need to do something quickly here. Got to feel like the Vikings probably going to keep it in the air, although this formation, you'd wonder they're going to see what they do here. Going to go down the sideline, and you may have a flag on that one. You do.
Well, that's a tough call right there, James. The ball appeared to me to be uncatchable.
Well, but that's one of those. It was such a blatant push.
Yeah, and it's a judgment call too.
Right.
Who am I to say that guy couldn't jump and catch that ball? But it appeared from up here that it looked to be uncatchable. And DC's head coach is livid out there on the sideline.
And that's one of those where here's the replay. Looking, I think he was way tied up with it. It looked like he kind of put that arm bar on him and then gave him the shove, and that's going to get. I think it's a good call there. But it might not be a bad penalty if you're Douglas County, because the one thing you can't afford, you can give up 15 yards on a penalty. You can't afford a one-play touchdown pass.
Yeah, you don't want it to come down to the wire like that.
And they're going to drop him for a big loss there. Big number 99 just coming up in there and blowing that one up.
Yeah, he blew that one up right from the start. Didn't have a chance from the get-go.
Big old Isaiah Jones in there. The senior.
So the Vikings use another timeout, leaves them with 1 timeout here.
Yep, we'll thank a few more of our sponsors here as we'll jump back in there on West Georgia Auto Transmission located in Carrollton. Transmission repairs, oil changes, and general maintenance. Visit Daniel and his staff today. Also, Magic Wand Deck Restorations, plus serving all of Midwest Georgia. Shane and his staff specialize in deck and wood restoration. Also, HJ Wings and Things of Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now their new Sonoy location. HJ Wings and Things is the home of the Scorcher. Coweta Score. Before the game, after the game, during the game, Coweta Score has Coweta Prep sports covered. And we're about ready to go again here, 3:37.
They're going to need a quick strike right here, James.
2nd and 13. And they look to go to the air, all kinds of pressure coming in, dump it to the tailback. What a play in the open field.
What a play. He had 3 blockers out in front of him, and that defender squeezed right through all 3 of them and made the tackle. That had potential for a big play. That guy broke up the play. That was good.
It's Eric Campbell coming in there on the tackle. You watch it here. Well set up, but couldn't get the block on him. He came in there and just blew up the running back for.
Yeah, I seen the open field for 10 to 15 yards at least.
Exactly. It's going to be 3rd and 14 now. Yeah, this big play, game kind of on the line. They dump it off. Another great open field tackle. And guess who? That's him again.
He's all over the place out there tonight.
Eric Campbell once again getting it done. That's going to set up a 4th and long. The Vikings really have no choice here but to go for it. 2:46 to go in the ball game. And, you know, it's one of those where quarterback's doing the right thing. They're going to give you that little dump over pass. You got guys with not a lot of defenders around them. Douglas County just stepping up and making the plays. This is probably it right here for all the marbles. 4th and 13. They turn it back over to Douglas County here, and it's all but over. We'll take the snap, looking to go down the sideline. And what a diving attempt. He couldn't quite pull it in, but what a play that would have been.
You know, other than turnovers tonight, that's been the story for Northgate. Just right off the fingertips of their receivers. They've missed out on a few long plays today.
Yeah, they've had some opportunities. Dylan Wade couldn't, and it would have been one of those dun-da-dun plays had he pulled it in there.
Yeah.
But couldn't quite get it done. So 13-3, Douglas County will take over on downs with 2:08 to go, and it's pretty much academic from here out. And Douglas County just has to take care of the ball here.
Yeah, it looks to be as if Douglas County's going to head back home with a win. A divisional win at that, too.
Exactly. Coach White's got to be pretty happy with the way his club's played here in the second half of this one. A little sloppy in the first half. We talked about it. Whoever cleaned it up was probably going to come away with a win. And they have taken better care of the ball. Nice patience there. He's going to get about 6 yards, 7 on the run right up the middle.
Yeah, he hesitated, waiting for the hole. He's asking for the ball back. He wants to take this game out. See a motion in his hand. Kind of like Zeke Elliott.
Yeah.
Just feed me the ball here.
Well, you know what? That's probably not a bad call. I don't think Coach White's going to need a lot of encouragement to make that happen here. And they're going to run it all the way down here. There he goes again. Going to spin and twist. Big hit.
Nice hit by number 54.
Yeah, he's been.
That's his second or third big hit tonight.
We've had 3 or 4 players on that Northgate defense that have really shown out tonight, and he'd absolutely be one of them.
You got to hand it to Northgate defense for keeping them in this game.
Yeah, Connor Marshall's had a really good second half.
A lot of things to iron out for DC when they get back to Douglas County. They haven't played a pretty game. It's been ugly on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
But here under a minute, looks like they're going to get away with a win.
Clock running down. And a reminder, we'll be with this Northgate group as they travel just up the road to take on Creekside next week. And he's going to keep it himself. Got some room to run. Going to have the first down and a little bit more. Going to take it all the way down to Northgate 35. And that may be your last play of the ball game.
Yeah, he's just going to the victory formation right here.
Yep. And then the week after that, we'll be over at McIntosh High School as Riverdale comes down to visit. And then a really big one as we head to the south end of Fayette County for Stars Mill taking on Griffin. And that one looks to be probably for the region championship over there. So those two teams right now appear to be a good bit of a gap between them and the next group.
They separated themselves, the top 2 teams in the division.
Yeah, they haven't started playing division games yet, but just from the way things are laying out, they just look to be the best 2 teams. And Douglas County getting a big win here tonight. Although if you're Northgate, you're playing one of the 2 teams that was really favored to win this region. You played them well. You had opportunities. You could have won this ball game.
Yes, you could have.
That you're kicking yourself about, but you have to be encouraged. After a couple games, you might feel like you're letting Noonan off the hook, and then you get shut out by Stars Mill. You come out and you rebound and played really well this evening.
Yeah.
Just sloppy.
Yeah, it was just a case of the turnovers early in this game and not being able to capitalize right there. At the kickoff, the first play of the game was a turnover for Northgate, and they weren't able to capitalize and get any points off of that.
And you see Coach White making his way over to see Coach McDonald. And, of course, the 2 of them used to coach against each other back when Douglas County was in the region with Noonan. So, and Coach White. And, you know, the story of this one, Missed opportunities by both teams. Sloppy play by both teams. Douglas County cleaned it up quicker than Northgate did, and I really feel like that was probably the difference in this ballgame. But you got to be really proud if you're Northgate how hard this defense played tonight.
Yeah, the defense really showed out tonight to keep them in the game. When they came out after halftime to turn the ball over on the first play, really probably deflated their mojo there, and they look to build on their defensive performance and work on things this week and get ready to play Creekside.
Absolutely. Well, that will do it for us from Northgate High School here this evening. Henry Sheldon Field. It is Douglas County 13-3. For my partner, Josh Welcher, myself, James O'Brien. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend, my friends. We'll catch you next week down the road at Creekside.